Nawaya is a social enterprise, co-creating resilient, bountiful and self-reliant Egyptian farming communities here in Egypt. We do this by creating a network of people that are like-minded, that are working towards the same goals. And we work with people from different backgrounds, socially, economically, financially. We get together in a room, we look at how we can really use the collective wisdom of all the people there to come up with these cool solutions and then to actually build them. What we're really doing is creating a safe space for different people to work together, to look at how challenges in Egypt around agriculture can be solved and how these solutions can become small businesses that create jobs for young Egyptians and at the same time create healthy communities.
Nawaya, we have a passion for good and healthy food, but we also would like to know that we're supporting communities. So part of the work that we do is focusing on training programs that are targeting smallholder farmers. And our training programs are practical and hands-on in the sense that we're trying to create small-scale income generation models to link farmers to the market, directly to consumers, and at the same time provide them with a diversity of opportunities in employment and in agriculture.
We started this initiative in 2011 after the revolution with the intention of training a number of farmers. We started with 10, and the farmers would, over a period of 2 years, learn about different farming practices that are more sustainable and cleaner. And we started this project with the prototype happening in Fagnoun. And the reason we chose Fagnoun is because the owner of this place has opened the space for creativity, which is essentially what we're trying to do, but creativity in the field of farming, of agriculture. And given that the space is in the middle of farmland, it was easy for us to use a system of attraction rather than a system of imposing and going out and teaching people. From the very beginning, the farmers were very keen on immediately starting with a concrete product that can be sold so that they can feel like there is an added value for them to be in this project. And indeed, we started working on raising an indigenous variety of chickens called bigawi.
Nature does everything beautifully. There are not just one tomatoes, there are not just one kind of berries. There are different varieties in every country of all these different things. This breed that Nawaya is trying to re-establish is the Bigawi chicken, which was originally from the city of Fayoum, and because it's from this country, from Egypt, is a lot more adapted climatically and also in terms of pests and disease that can attack it. And so it's for this reason that Nawaya decided to call this line of its products Usul, which means origin.
Every household in the rural areas, even in cities, raise poultry for eggs and meat. So the idea of raising chickens with our farmers was very intuitive for them and their families. However, the scale of production that they're currently doing is too small. It's enough for their homes that if we want to bring their eggs directly to a consumer, to a market, then we would need to look at more of a semi-intensive raising. It was quite a challenge for us starting the project. How do we make a high quality and hygienic practice for raising poultry at a small scale? Most families that do keep chicken, especially indigenous chicken, keep them on the rooftop, keep them in the field. There's no management or coops or nutrition or feed programs. It's quite common that vaccines aren't given, that any kind of hygienic practices and biosafety are followed. So part of our approach with our farmers is to make them understand what is biosafety, why are we doing this, and eventually as our project grows, we can ensure that there is no influenza in this entire area. And these are the goals that we're trying to reach with our project.
We were able to start experimenting on different feeds and in different ways to create a product that is rural, but at the same time with high standards, clean, good, and fair to the producers that are producing it. So on one end, our target is ensuring that the farmers we're working with have good standards of raising, but on the other hand, we're also looking at the consumer and what the needs of some of the consumers are of a product that's free of hormones, free of antibiotics, that has been raised with good standards.
You're not only what you eat, you're also what your food eats. So the first thing we're trying to do is to reduce commercial feed that are usually fed to chicken. And we're doing this by supplying a highly nutritional alternative. When you're actually buying from us, you're also helping in developing this research, which is lowering costs for farmers and creating things that are actually helping communities generate income in the long term.
We're a very old agricultural civilization. We've really been able to live sustainably for the majority of the time that we've been around. And it's only recently that we've forgotten the basics of sustainable agriculture. We can revive the former glory of Egyptian farmers in Egypt. We're slowly putting together a toolkit that will allow Egyptian farmers to live healthily in Egypt in a way that they can actually build their own solutions for themselves and actually help communities next to them.